The Royal Opera House in London's Covent Garden has completed a 3-year makeover. Project Open Up saw the £50 million revamp introduce new venues and public spaces, as well as be the home of the Royal Ballet and Royal Opera companies. Along with it came the challenge of rebranding.
The campaign's based on a lot of audience insight work, so the first thing we did before we even briefed the agency was talk in great depth to our core audience, but also people who don't come. Because it should be for everyone. We genuinely believe these art forms should be for everyone. They're amazing. And what I was looking for in the insight was, what's the thing that those two groups of people have in common? Because you could think they're quite different. And the single thing they had in common was the art, actually, the overwhelming experience that people have when they come and they see the artists performing, especially up close and personal. They were just mind blown by it. So that led to the strategy to put the art actually as the campaign, because what we find, if you get people in and you expose them to it, all those preconceptions disappear and people are on the whole blown away and become fans.
So getting people into the Royal Opera House without alienating current fans is the challenge.
The brief we gave to Atomic was to put the art that's on our stages right at the heart of the brand and at the heart of the campaign and the identity. And to do that so that we have some things that our existing core audience, we have a really big, very loyal set of people who love ballet and opera and they love this place and they come, so that they still feel included and they still love it and want to share it, so to sort of use them as advocates for us, but also to pique the interest of people who just don't really consider it at the moment. So we needed something really dramatic and really exciting that was actually authentically artistic as well.
The challenge when the Royal Opera House approached us was, to some degree, quite simple. They needed an ad campaign that was going to announce what they were doing to the world, but actually it became increasingly tricky when we realised that actually what we were going to be producing wasn't just for advertising, but was going to be used around the estate, inside the building, on the entrances to the building, and of course even as far down as kind of things in the gift shop. So it really was a kind of beyond the normal advertising challenge.
British photographer Giles Revel aimed to capture the shape and colour of movement. The image technology is bang up to date, but the influence dates back to the 1960s. Scientist Harold Edgerton was famed for his stroboscopic photography, but the method to do it in this digital world remains a secret. Over the 3-day shoot, ballet and opera stars constantly repeated choreographed sequences, adjusting their movement each time. The new look is hoped will appeal to a new audience.
The imagery was really quite experimental. We knew we had to try and capture something really quite new. Opera and ballet, those worlds have been captured beautifully over the years, and we really felt right from the start that to really, to let everybody know that this was something new happening here at the Royal Opera House, it had to feel new.
The creative will be repurposed for different media and different uses with appropriate copy.
We're very careful about the headlines we wrote, the copy we were using across all the ads. The posters had to have, again, an invitational feel, so we really wanted to develop a really warm human tone, something slightly playful, something that really got people thinking about a world they might not have considered before. The worlds of ballet, for instance, are incredibly athletic. Rather than just talking about, a name of a ballet that you might not even be able to pronounce, we'd rather talk about the sheer physicality of what's involved there. It's incredible.
It also meant a new tagline.
We'll feel something new. We knew we had to get to quickly. We needed a big theme. We wanted people to, the Royal Opera House is still competing for customers. People go to art galleries, they go to museums. We wanted people to know that this ostensibly quite elite world was open to them as well. You go to those places and you really just look at things. Here, actually, what we figured is that you don't just watch a show, you really feel it. I mean, if you come to a ballet or an opera, it's quite a visceral kind of emotional reaction you have. We really wanted to capture that.
The relaunch gives the opportunity to try something new too.
Beyond just the normal kind of posters or ads you might see, we're doing some, they call it a domination, where we're, the local tube station nearest the Royal Opera House is Covent Garden Tube Station, and if you pay a visit you will see that we've taken over the whole tube station. And the image is really quite striking. When you see it en masse, it's almost like it's like an art gallery. It's beautiful, and I think we're still working on getting some live opera music actually coming through the tunnels as you come off the tube or as you come into the tube station. So you're really immersed and really are feeling something new.
But everyone's a critic, particularly when you're working for a creative client.
We had to create work that was going to be seen by 1,000 creative directors here at the Royal Opera House. We were told that right from the start. It's like everybody from lighting to stagecraft to the head of the ballet, head of all that, they all have a very strong opinion. It's these people, it's their lives.
Brand identity is a piece of art. It is two of our dancers. It's Beatrice and William, who are dancers with the Royal Ballet, actually doing their dance captured in this amazing photography. And we've created not just an advertising campaign, but a whole identity for the brand actually that runs through a lot of what we now do here. So it's all over our website, it's on our coffee cups. We see this as part of who we are. So the dancers are the brand, and then the opera music. Let's play to the strengths of the art forms. Opera's big strength obviously is music, and then the dancer's big strength is the visual movement.
So where does the promotion of the venue fit in with the promotion of shows?
For this campaign in particular, we're trying to work at a brand level and to establish the Royal Opera House as both a place to be, a place to come and hang out in London, but also a brand that when you encounter around the UK or internationally in the cinemas, you would consider as something for you. The wider marketing strategy here, of course, has to be both. So one of the things we've been doing over the last year is being really clear in our marketing about what's doing that brand perception job and what is doing performance and sales. So we have two different engines that complement. And this creative work, whilst I see it as a brand thing, and this particular campaign is all quite brand level, it's also infused into the performance marketing as well. So it is one holistic identity.
The image we've created so far will be used for the next year, perhaps the next 2 years. We've got more ads and more films coming out after this. We've got a whole bunch of them. Beyond that, I think what we're thinking about doing is always actually still to keep it fresh in people's minds. We're always going to be looking to push the boundaries about how we portray the Royal Opera House and making it as accessible to as many people as possible.
Hello, I'm James Wright. Thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. To check out more online videos, just click on the boxes and don't forget to subscribe to the CNBC Live channel at the bottom of the screen.